Fallout from Rob Kardashian's explicit social media rampage against Blac Chyna.
Could Rob face charges for revenge porn?
I've been waiting to have my Freedom Weekend party, my big divorce party. It's not happening.
Real Housewives drama with revelations about Bethenny Frankel shutting down when her ex was arrested for stalking and sexual harassment.
It's crazy busy and trying to juggle everything is really, really difficult.
So You Think You Can Dance's Kat Deely's opening up to me about her first year of being a mom to her adorable son, Milo.
Ryan Reynolds is giving out breakup advice to a fan.
Plus, it's Kevin Hart's birthday, and we will show you how he's been celebrating all week long.
It's all today on People Now. Let's go. Happy Thursday, Facebook Live and People.com. Welcome to People Now. A lot to get to today, guys, including Ryan Reynolds giving some pretty hilarious advice to a fan who had just broken up with her boyfriend. We're going to have the full story on that a little later, but it did get us all wondering, what is your best advice for getting over a breakup? We cannot wait to hear what you have to say here. It's our Facebook question of the day. Let us know your answers in the comment section below. We will get to those words of wisdom very soon. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Blac Chyna's attorney is investigating which legal actions can be taken against Rob Kardashian after he posted numerous explicit photos, allegedly, of his ex-fiancée on social media. In a statement to People on Wednesday evening, Chyna's lawyer Walter Mosley told People, "I'm exploring all legal remedies and protections available to my client at this time in attempts to best advise her on how she may want to proceed." Early Wednesday morning, Kardashian took to Instagram to blast his ex, Chyna, in a series of extremely graphic and expletive-ridden posts, which have since been taken down. Chyna responded to the onslaught of messages in a since-deleted Snapchat post, alleging that Kardashian hit her. In another post, Kardashian shared a screenshot of an alleged text conversation between himself and, quote, "the dude Chyna got caught cheating on me with." And in another highly graphic post, Kardashian shared a screenshot of an alleged text conversation between himself and Chyna, which included an alleged photo of Chyna's exposed genital area. Neither Kardashian nor Chyna have responded to People's request for comment regarding the allegation. Attorney and internet abuse and sexual consent expert Carrie Goldberg tells People this is sort of the classic quintessential revenge porn. Goldberg, who does not represent Chyna or Kardashian, went on to say, "Rob has made the work of a prosecutor or a victim's attorney quite easy so far as to even post about the very motive behind his outrageous act of posting these private and nude photos of his ex." She added that the allegation of infidelity does not give someone the right to seek revenge in such a devastating way. If charged, Goldberg says Kardashian could face up to 6 months in jail and a fine. We'll keep you posted. Now, Instagram shut down Rob Kardashian's account after his series of graphic and expletive-ridden posts, but that did not stop his explosive social media rampage against his ex, Blac Chyna. Wednesday afternoon, the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star tweeted, "Since Instagram shut me down, everyone peep my Twitter, LOL." He also tweeted a video allegedly sent to him by Blac Chyna, which he says show his ex in bed with another man. Kardashian went on to say, in part, "Just sad, loved Chyna as my wife and accepted all the wrong she did and continued to ride for her and remain loyal to her. Never did I cheat, but she couldn't remain loyal and cheated and bleeped way too many people and she got caught and now this is all happening and it's sad. We had a beautiful baby girl that was the best thing that's happened to me and as soon as that baby was born, Chyna was out. I truly thought Chyna wanted to be a family and that's why I was so loyal to her, but I learned my lesson and everyone else was right." A source close to Chyna told People that she is the victim in this situation, saying she's had to have a new phone number every month and constantly has to change her number. While everyone is writing stories and thinking it's fun gossip, it's actually dangerous. Kardashian and Chyna's roller coaster relationship began in January 2016 when the two went public with their romance. So how did they go from head over heels in love to heading for legal action? Well, we're going to break it all down in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere for that. Now watch this.
I know I'm being overprotective, but she's Alana now, right?
You got the bug, cuz.
What are you talking about?
Hawaii Five-0 fans have been devastated since news broke that Daniel Day Kim and Grace Park won't be returning to the Five-0 family when the show returns for season 8 this fall. Kim posted a Facebook message explaining to fans that he decided to leave the show after contract negotiations with the network failed. Daniel Day Kim and Grace Park reportedly had been seeking equal pay with stars Alex O'Loughlin and Scott Kahn. CBS releasing a statement in response on Wednesday saying Daniel and Grace have been important and valued members of Hawaii Five-0 for 7 seasons. We did not want to lose them and tried very hard to keep them with offers for large and significant salary increases. The statement goes on to say that even though they couldn't reach an agreement with them, that they hope to work with the 2 actors again in the future. Viewers will find out what happens to Daniel Day Kim and Grace Parker's characters when the show returns for season 8 this fall. Now watch this.
Because I'm in goddamn hell. Okay?
Well, listen.
Hell. And it will not end, and it will never end. So I've been waiting to have my freedom weekend party, my big divorce party. It's not happening.
Well, Bethenny Frankel and Jason Hoppy's tumultuous relationship took a dark turn in January when he was arrested on stalking and harassment charges after allegedly threatening the skinny girl mogul at their daughter's school. Frankel tried to keep much of the drama private from her Real Housewives of New York City cast until this past Wednesday's episode when Frankel's good friend Carol Radziwill opened up about her friend's struggles to co-star Dorinda Medley. The conversation was prompted by Hoppy's arrest, news of which had just hit the press as the cast filmed their ski mountain getaway in Vermont. Now, Radziwill praised Frankel for being strong during their long divorce, but told Medley that Frankel's strength is often misinterpreted, saying, quote, "She's not as tough as she appears. She's been in a really ugly relationship with her ex for years. What he's doing is not just annoying her, it's systematic harassing, stalking, bullying." She went on to give examples of behavior she claimed to have seen firsthand from Hoppy, saying, quote, "He text messages her stuff, you're old, ugly, and irrelevant. He gaslights her. He's like, oh, we know you're not interested in being a mother." So how exactly was Frankel handling things? Well, as viewers saw, she appeared to just be shutting down and fading into the back, telling cameras, quote, "Usually when something crazy or scandalous or big happens to me, instantly I start seeing Google alerts, and then all of a sudden the word is out, and so I'm having a little bit of anxiety. I feel like a zombie." Later in the episode, Bethenny confides in Radziwill about the news, saying this, "It doesn't matter to me if someone knows or doesn't know. It's so beyond gossip. It's beyond anything. I just want to feel some freedom and some normalcy. Just some relief." Well, the drama is always unfolding with that.
Always,
and we'll see how it plays out as the season goes on. But
good morning.
good morning to you.
Yes, let's check in with Facebook Live. We're going to be revealing the hilarious breakup advice that Ryan Reynolds gave to a fan in Star Trek. But first, we wanted to know your favorite advice or your advice for getting over a breakup.
Alexis says, best way to get over an ex, work out and eat healthy. Nothing like getting healthy to feel better. Really good advice.
Body.
Yeah, that's
Kardashian does that. Edward says the only way to get over a breakup is to get with another. I don't think that's a good advice.
Yeah,
I think you're putting on. Yeah, I think that's bad to distract yourself with another person.
Maybe that feels great for a moment, but then it's like long term.
Not very good psychologically.
Not good psychologically.
But nice try.
We can't wait to hear more of your comments, though. We will continue to give you our opinions about your comments, in fact, coming up. But first, Andrea, more trending news in Star Treks.
Yes, Jeremy. We are kicking off Star Treks with one of our favorite celeb dads and a little Photoshop magic. So what happens when you break up with your boyfriend, but he's still in all of the pictures? Well, you replace him with Ryan Reynolds, of course, duh. That's what happened to one lucky fan, Gabby, who broke up with her boyfriend days after prom, prompting her to cleverly tweet out the following post, writing, "My boyfriend and I broke up a few days after prom, so I decided to edit the photos a little." The picture immediately grabbed the Deadpool actor's attention, who wrote back an additional suggestion, tweeting, "We should Photoshop me over his yearbook picture next. Hashtag don't mess with Gabby." Ryan, who's known for goofing off on social media, has been very busy filming the new Deadpool sequel, updating anxious fans and viewers on his active Instagram account. It's really good to see he still has a little time for some friendly Twitter advice. And by the way, you go, Gabby. All right, is Hoda's daughter prepping for a fitness segment on the Today Show? Look at this. Hoda shared a picture of Haley Joy doing a plank on Instagram, and the 4-month-old has a very impressive stance right there. I think she can do a plank better than I can. Hoda even telling Kathy Lee that her daughter will stay in that position for long periods of time. Since Hoda welcomed Haley Joy, she's been a proud mom, sharing tons of pics on Instagram, previously telling people how her life has changed completely since her daughter's arrival, saying every day after Haley is better than every single day before. Also that she misses nothing about her life before Haley. Well, Hoda, we love all the adorable posts, so please keep those pictures coming. And all right, guys, a big happy birthday to funny man Kevin Hart. The comedian turns 38 today, though he has been celebrating since the holiday weekend in Miami. Hart is expecting his 3rd child, a boy, with wife Emiko Parrish Hart. So happy birthday to Kevin. Keep on celebrating. And those are your Star Treks for today.
Okay, stay with us, guys. We are breaking down all the highs and lows of Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna's roller coaster romance. Plus, Prince Harry begins his 2-day visit to Leeds with a very special visit to a 5-year-old boy who is dealing with a very serious illness. We've got all the details on that coming up.
This is King Cutie in People.
His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
So You Think You Can Dance host Kat Deely just kicked off the 14th season of the show, but this year things are a little different for the new mom of toddler Milo, and she's learning not to be so hard on herself when it comes to parenting him. Watch this.
It's good. It's crazy busy, and trying to juggle everything is really, really difficult. I'm like, even to be here for a few days, I find really, really hard. You just have to try and do the very best you can for that day and then move on to the next day and do the very best you can for that. But Milo is lovely. I'm absolutely infatuated and in love with him.
That's awesome. And what are the biggest changes that you've seen in yourself since having him?
I think, oh goodness, I think you put a lot more pressure on yourself. You worry about so much more. Everything you worry about, like from you know, social media to what school he should go to where he should go. Like, you just worry about everything. Swimming, like, is the pool okay? Like, everything you worry about. And it's just to park those worries to one side sometimes and just enjoy the moment.
Guys, Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian have experienced a whole lot of ups and downs throughout their roller coaster relationship, but how did they go from head over heels in love to such a public display of seeming disaster? We have to start from the very beginning, folks. Back in January 2016, Blac Chyna posted this now deleted Instagram with a mysterious tattooed man, which we all found out later was Rob Kardashian. The relationship would go on to become Rob's first high-profile relationship since his 2012 romance with singer Rita Ora. Now, of course, the beginning of the relationship sparked a whole lot of drama within the Kardashian-Jenner clan because Blac Chyna had a son with rapper Tyga, who at the time was dating Rob's sister Kylie Jenner. But most of the hype eventually died down once the family saw how happy Rob was with his new lady. And a short time after they kicked off their romance, the two jetted to Jamaica for a romantic getaway. Chyna and Rob were seen cuddling and being affectionate at a club appearance. And Chyna was quick to introduce Rob to her son King. The trio even spent time together on Easter Sunday, and they all kicked off Rob's birthday at Legoland. Then, guys, it all happened. We will never forget. After 10 weeks of dating, the two were engaged. Kardashian put a huge ring on Chyna's finger, 7 carats to be exact. That is a ring on it. And the former model had no problem flashing it all over the social medias. And 1 month after the two announced their engagement, they also let the world know on Instagram that they're expecting their first child together. Now, for a while, the two seemed very happy until Rob went on one of his notorious social media cleanses where he blocked everyone, including Blac Chyna, from his Instagram. But then, as Rob Kardashian started to get closer to fatherhood, the reality star posted this side-by-side Instagram of him and Chyna prior to her pregnancy and his weight gain, saying, quote, "Oh yeah, we snapping back." And then on November 10th, Kardashian and Chyna welcomed their first child together, a daughter named Dream Renee, a source telling People that Rob was very excited and that a film crew was with them during the birth. But shortly after that, Blac Chyna's Instagram was hacked. The anonymous hacker claimed the new mom left Kardashian and promised to, quote, expose the reality star and how she was using him while allegedly cheating on him with other men. Well, Chyna claimed that Rob was the hacker, and in the same weekend, Rob shared Snapchats showing footage of empty rooms, claiming Chyna took the baby and left. The drama played out through Christmas, and then on January 25th, the couple celebrated their 1-year anniversary together, posting a snuggly selfie of the two. Was everything okay? Well, 1 month after, in February 2017, the couple broke up yet again, a source telling People that Chyna was fed up with Rob's behavior, and following their split, an insider close to Rob's former flame revealed that the new dad is preparing for a custody battle with his ex-fiancée. But on April 19th, the two were out in Los Angeles having dinner together, so rumors, well, they sparked right back up that the two were back on. What was going on? Then a source confirmed to People that the reality star is dating Megan James, who has appeared on Oxygen's Bad Girls Club and VH1's Basketball Wives LA. But despite multiple sources telling People that Rob and Megan were dating, the reality star denied the claims. And a source told People that Chyna and Rob were getting along, hanging out, but were not officially back together. But that brings us to July 5th, the day we'll never forget, the day of the Instagram battle where Rob blasted his ex in a series of now deleted and extremely graphic, expletive-ridden posts accusing Chyna of cheating. The posts have now led the former model to consider taking legal action against her ex-fiancé. And now, you are caught up on all the drama.
I feel very caught up. Very caught up. Good job, Jeremy. But
lots of details.
Yes, but moving on to a completely different topic here. Switching gears, Prince Harry, who just made headlines for opening up about his own battles with mental health, is kicking off his 2-day visit to Leeds to address the mental well-being of young people. He begins his time with the encouraging Happy Young Minds event hosted by the Leeds Community Foundation and addresses the mental well-being of the city's young people. Harry arrived to meet with representatives from local mental health charities and gave a speech praising how far the discussion on mental health has come, saying this: "I cannot tell you how pleased William, Catherine, and I are that the dial seems to have shifted and that there's now greater understanding." The Prince will also be attending a rugby league festival, and on Friday, Prince Harry is set to visit the home of a seriously ill 5-year-old boy that's receiving a garden makeover from the Well Child's Helping Hands program. He wraps up his tour with a very sweet treat. He will visit Haribo's new facility to see how the brand's much-loved sweets are made.
House Majority Whip Representative Steve Scalise is back in the hospital and in serious condition 3 weeks after he was critically wounded in a mass shooting at a baseball practice ahead of the annual bipartisan congressional baseball game in June. Now, the D.C. facility where he is currently seeking medical treatment released an update on Wednesday saying this: Congressman Steve Scalise has been readmitted to the intensive care unit at MedStar Washington Hospital Center due to new concerns for infection. His condition is listed as serious. Now, the hospital said it would provide another update on his condition on Thursday. Stay on People.com for more on this story as it develops.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Would you ever consider being on The Amazing Race? Would you be good at something like that? You would never do it?
Absolutely not, no.
Are you not good at directions?
I'm not adventurous. I'm not, I'm not a game player.
I would say you're pretty adventurous. You get to do a lot of cool things.
I do, but basically from the comfort of Hollywood and a studio in New York. But no, I'm not an adventurer. I don't go off and do things like that.
Jane Lynch revealing why she would never appear on the Phil Kogan-hosted hit reality show The Amazing Race. But the former Glee star is excited to work with Phil this weekend as the two of them host National Geographic's highly ambitious Earth Live event, which is our Toyota People Pick of the day. The 2-hour special will use over 50 state-of-the-art cameras to explore the animal kingdom in real time from 25 different locations in 15 countries on 6 continents. And when Jane stopped by the People Now studios, she gave us a sneak peek. Watch this.
You want to see the world in one night? Come with me.
They've set up cameras all over the world. This is a very ambitious project, and they've been working on it for several years. They set up these Canon cameras that actually photograph the dead of night and as if it were the middle of the day. Somehow they're able to do that with this technology.
There's a lot of action here. 3 Cubs are underneath our car.
That was one of the most incredible displays of power I've ever seen.
We're going to go from remote place to remote place, and we're going to be observing wildlife as it happens in the dead of night, which is pretty amazing. And they've spent a long time scoping out the exact locations where they're putting the cameras, and there's a correspondent in each center, and we'll be actually holding down the fort in New York.
Live, hosted by Jane Lynch and Phil Kogan.
Anything can happen.
I am genuinely intrigued.
It looks really, really cool.
Yeah, and how that's all going to play out, we'll see.
Yes.
All right, let's check in with Facebook Live one more time. I wanted to know your best advice for getting over a breakup.
A lot of advice here. Sophia says, best advice to all, move on knowing that whatever happens, happens for the best, and karma exists. I believe karma exists.
Oh, there you go. Carol says, take a road trip by yourself. Kind of reconnect with who you really are. I like
Ashley says puppies are always the answer. I like that, but I was just taking care of a puppy recently, and it was really stressful. I did not solve any.
Gotta be the right puppy.
Yeah.
Irene says, get over a breakup with shopping and alcohol.
Okay. I don't know about that one. Julia says, best advice, eat strawberries.
Jen says
that could help.
That could help. Jen says, advice, go indulge yourself in giving back to the community by volunteering somewhere.
That would be the best.
I like that.
That's the best advice that we got today.
I would also say, as hard as it is, like fully cut off. Like stop following, stop looking at posts.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I know,
I'm gonna be refreshing.
But if you could, that's the best way to move on.
Yeah. Boy, bye.
He just said, boy, bye.
Just
girl,
say boy, yeah.
Just what?
Just say boy, bye, or girl, bye.
How do you say it?
Boy, bye.
Oh, okay.
right.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. We are celebrating Milo Ventimiglia's 40th birthday with a mashup of his best This Is Us moments, plus Patti LaBelle. She is revealing the secret to her delicious lemon bars recipe. You are not going to want to miss this.
Well, thank you so much for watching. And for now, we leave you with one last thing from Allison Brie and Betty Gilpin, who star on the Netflix show Glow. Enjoy.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye.
Hey, I'm Allison Brie.
And I'm Betty Gilpin.
And this is One Last Thing. The last thing I Googled was the trailer for this show to show to my hair and makeup team in the car.
Whoa, the last thing I Googled was the cast of Real World Seattle.
It's time getting real. Real World. Seattle.
The last text I sent was to Betty because I was mad that she didn't get me a juice.
The last text I sent was, hey, Allie, do you want a juice? And then she texted me what she wanted, and I was like, I'm not there anymore.
Too late.
The last time I embarrassed myself was...
right now.
Oh, wow.
Da, 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 da.
The guy who runs my bodega, I remember that his name is a number, and I was like, thanks so much for, and he was like, it's 10. And I was like,
wow. The last song I had stuck in my head was...
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today